I read this book, The Easy Way to Control Alcohol by Allen Carr. I read that 38 days ago, and then I just stopped drinking. Actually, I got like halfway through the book and I just stopped drinking. Some immediate thoughts. I feel so good. Mentally, physically, everything's going very good since I stopped drinking. In general, I just feel like a more reliable person. At work, I'm performing better, showing up better in my relationships with my family, I feel. I feel like my interactions with my friends and with people at social events, just meeting people throughout my day. I just feel like it's a more honest version of myself that is presented to these people, and a better version because I'm just not having to deal with being hungover. And that's to say, like, I don't think that I had some crazy problem with alcohol. But the thing is that I knew it was getting in the way of me progressing. In the past year or so, I've just felt like I've been a little bit stuck, not progressing at my career, not progressing in my art. I wanted to make YouTube videos. I wasn't making YouTube videos like I was expecting myself to. Things were fine. My job wasn't falling apart. I don't think I was living a bad life. There was more that I wanted to do, and I wasn't doing it. And I was annoyed with myself for not doing those things. And the one thing I could point to was like, well, you haven't quit drinking yet, or you haven't cut back on drinking. I wasn't really thinking of quitting drinking at the time, but I knew that being hungover on the weekends was not helping me progress at these things. So I did a little bit of research. I started looking at other videos on YouTube, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, and that's why I made the video about quitting weed. Is like, as I started to look on YouTube and find more videos about like, hey, I did 30 days no alcohol, 90 days no alcohol, a year no alcohol. I was listening to all these stories and I was like, well, it doesn't really seem like it's negatively affected any of these people. If anything, they've all had great things to say about quitting for a period of time. And I think it's up to the individual, right? Like, this isn't me telling anybody to do anything with their life, right? This is just my interpretation of what's happening to me and what was most beneficial for me at the time. And I don't even know if I'm quitting forever, or like, I haven't made any grand statement or anything about this. It's just in my mind right now, this is helping me. So I'm going to keep doing it. There's been many things I've noticed through doing this, but one of the main things that I've noticed is that it just feels like I have so much more time to be productive throughout the day. All of a sudden, my evenings have become productive work times. My early mornings are now very productive work times as well. My weekends are incredibly productive because they basically have become full work days if I want them to be that. And I also am interested and motivated to work on things, whether it be videos for YouTube or videos for my 3D animation channel, which you should check out if you're curious in what I do when I'm not reading books. It's also made me more energized to do jiu-jitsu. My recovery is much better. I was training 6 days a week jiu-jitsu when I was drinking, so it's not like I was a lazy piece of shit or something. Like, I was still exercising all the time, but I would just have to push through this extra layer of tiredness that I would have. So I feel better when I'm at the gym. And then I also feel better the next day when I wake up because my body is recovering properly at night. I'm getting, like, if I get 7 hours of sleep, it's 7 solid hours of sleep that feel very good. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to start to wrap up the video now because I don't want to get into some long essay about this at the moment. I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. It feels really fucking good. If you've had the thought that maybe taking a break would be helpful to you, or taking a step back, cutting back, or stopping drinking would be helpful to you, I would recommend continuing to pursue that avenue. And I'd also recommend giving this book a shot. The Easy Way to Control Alcohol by Allen Carr. I don't think it's necessarily, like, if you have a diagnosed addiction problem with alcohol, my recommendation is not to read this book and think that you're going to solve your issue. I've heard it described. If you're a weekend warrior, somebody who goes out every weekend and feels like they have to drink to be social or to have a good time, or you just find yourself relying on it a little bit more than you should think you should, I think this book will be very helpful to you. So yeah, in short, I feel better mentally. I feel better physically. I'm a more reliable person, more honest person. I feel better about myself. My self-esteem is better. My confidence is better. I feel like I'm actually doing the things I need to do to accomplish my goals. And that is a very good feeling. Yeah, it just feels really good. I will probably come back to this subject, both the weed video and this video, at a later point in time, just because there's, like, even when I look at the weed video that I posted the other week, it's okay. There's more eloquent ways I could have said what I was trying to get across. I don't feel like that video really communicates what I wanted it to, but I'm gonna leave it up for now. And as I get better at making these videos and feel more comfortable in front of the camera, hopefully eventually I'll be able to communicate these things the way that I actually want to. With that being said, if you found this video helpful, drop a like down below, maybe subscribe to this channel. If you have a question, drop a question down below in the comments or a statement, whatever, if this video connected with you. And I will see everybody in the next video.